Yes, 안녕하세요, 여러분. 오하요 고자이마스. Hope you are doing well. It's fine. Monday of the 13th of May. So this is week 2 of the 0 to 10,000K challenge. And yeah, starting off, we start off by marking the buy side and the sell side liquidity of the previous week that has just ended, and from these particular areas you're going to see where the draw on liquidity is. Apparently, when we bring out our fib retracement tool, we get to see the draw on liquidity is on the buy side over here on the weekly time frame. So switching over to the daily. On the weekly, there's no 3-count rule that I am seeing. So yeah. Okay, return and flip. No. So the close of this week, we will get a signal for the trade to take next week. So the 3-count rule will be established after the end of this week. That is based on the strategy. So moving on the daily. Moving on to the daily, we've discussed how the price rejected the fair value gap over here, and yeah, looking at the price, looking at the buy side and the sell side liquidity of the previous week, we are seeing that the price is there. So on the golden zone. So here we don't have anything to say except for on Friday we closed bearish. Yeah, after taking the Thursday's buy side liquidity. Moving forward to the 4 hour. Moving forward to the 4 hour, we are seeing the weak rejection. We are seeing this weak rejection on the 4 hour. We can absolutely say here we are having some kind of a resistance to push to the upside. And we are seeing why is this resistance being created is because of this yellow line over here of the fair value gap. Yeah. Also, again, we can see that there's a rejection. There's some sort of a weak rejection at this particular point. Price from Asian session, we're being pushed into the upside but getting rejected, pushed into the upside but getting rejected. And with that, we can see why, because of the orange sell entry. Question is it going to hold? Since what are we seeing on the we're seeing this some sort of a support over here being created over here. I don't know if you can see it on the 4 hour. We get to see it clearly on the lower time frames. Yes. Switching over to the 1 hour. You're seeing there's an orange sell entry on that time frame. Switching over to the 1 hour. Switching over to the 1 hour, you're seeing this does not make sense, so I'll have to get rid of it. And also this one does not make sense, so it is optimum for me to get rid of it. So it played out as a major role on Friday. Why do I say so? I say so because when this was broken, price tended to come and getting rejected. So I'll have to reintroduce. I see why it is there. Yeah, price is getting rejected at this point. This was an invalid sell because of this OB that we were trading on Friday, but during New York the price came and broke it, so we bought off, and we're seeing when on Asian session we came at this particular point and sold off. Yes. On the 1 hour, what else am I seeing on the 1 hour? On the 1 hour, this nothing particularly that is new. Yes, there's nothing particular that is new that I'm seeing, except for what we are talking about on the 4 hour. You're seeing this, but I don't know if you can see it. You're seeing this sort of a pattern that is being created over here. Now you see that pattern? Yeah, there's a wedge. Is it a wedge or a triangle? Yeah, there it is. Is it a falling or a rising wedge? Rising and falling wedge. So this one is this is a rising wedge. That pattern can be depicted on the 1 hour. So it means the possibility of the price pushing like this is quite high, and we are seeing it is correlating with our orange sell entry. Yeah, so that's what's up. But for me, I'm not looking to take this trade at this particular point. Just a moment. Yes, I was looking for this tool known as a ghost feed, and apparently I'll not set it up. So switching out to 30 minutes, what is doing on 30 minutes? So on the 30 minutes, the price is telling us I'm not selling on the 30 minutes. Why? It is clear enough that the price is not moving to the downside on 30 minutes. It is clear enough. It will only be a fool who will try and engage in the 30 minutes to look for a buy setup. For me, I am not looking to engage in a buy setup on the 30 minutes because the price is so much choppy. This not so much choppy, but what I mean to say is that there is a lot. There's a supply. There's a supply that we need to really break off in order to continue with our sales, with our buys. I mean, I'm not looking to buy on the 30 minutes because of this supply and this supply. Even though we break this supply over here, you see, where are we coming into? We're coming to this area over here. So 30 minutes is clearly saying the direction is sales. It's clearly depicting the market is selling. Also here we are seeing that we are trading below. We are trading below this supply over here. I don't know if you can see it. Sammy, I don't know if you can see it. We are trading on this supply over here. Another thing is that we have already broken this demand over here, so it holds no power. What do I say? Yeah, it holds no anything to its standpoint. It's already been broken, so the liquidity, it has no more liquidity. Also, we are seeing we are below the equilibrium of it, so that's selling. We talk about selling also on the 4 hour. Remember that we have a orange sell entry. So for me today, I'm geared towards the selling positions. Moving over to the 50 minutes. We are seeing on the 50 minutes the market is you're seeing what I was talking about on the 1 hour, the 4 hour. We are seeing this falling wedge, or am I stretching? Yeah, we are seeing this falling wedge as we are depicted it. So we just have to wait for the price to play out. So on the 50 minutes, we don't have any 3 count rule, though we saw after this was ignored over here. The market should have been starting to sell off. The market should start selling off. So for me, if you are to short the market, you'll have your sell there and your stop loss over there, which for me is looking pretty much looking a little bit decent, so I'm willing to wait for the 9 o'clock p.m. I'm willing to wait for 9 o'clock to see if I will catch this move, maybe at this particular point, or after taking out the Asian buy side liquidity. Yes. So before we forget, let's have a look of the news today. What is happening today in the markets? This is known as the fundamentals. What I was doing back there was known as technicals. So coming into the fundamentals, we are seeing today on the Euro pair, we are having the Euro group meetings, which has low impact. In short, today we don't have high impact news. And the EU economic forecast is so low impact news. Nothing much is going on today. So let's go back to what I was saying. Also on the 15 minutes, when you are looking at the Asian and the buy side liquidity, we are seeing what are we seeing in there? We are the 50% mark. We are trading on the equilibrium. So switching over to the 5 minutes. So here is where I will look for what to trade. What am I looking to trade? So switching over to the 15 minutes. Yes, switching over to the 5 minutes, we will have to go to our this analysis of this place and have a better look of how the price is aligning in all time frames. So over to 5 minutes, what I was seeing is this one, is this liquidity. This liquidity this point. You see, we have seen this liquidity. You get what I'm saying? And you know, liquidity that is trendline liquidity that is on this place. If it is on the bearish side, what we need the market is, the market does this, it tends to pound on it, it tends to push to the upside, take care of it. But if the liquidity is lying on the lower side or on the bullish, it tends to fall. If it is the bearish, it tends to buy, like this one. If liquidity is trendline liquidity, if some people tend to call it internal range liquidity, something like that. if they see this kind of liquidity that is supporting the price to buy, eventually it will break. That's what the market does. But if we have liquidity that is opposing the direction of the market, so at the top of it the market melts, what tends to happen is that the market will tend to come back and take out this liquidity. Why? Since a person here is doing what? Is waiting for the market to come at this trend line and does something like that. Put a short position and stop loss somewhere like that, and looks to sell. You see what I'm talking about? So, and he sells, gets his money, comes again, takes the money, but eventually this trend line internal range liquidity or trend line liquidity loses its momentum, and what the market tends to do is that you come here and put your stop loss like that. What the market tends to come and do is that it tends to come and boom, takes you out with such a vigorous move to the upside. Takes out your stop loss. Some people are putting their limits and whatever. Takes all of that, and then you tend to see it goes to the direction that it intended to go towards. So let's get rid of that. Hope you have understood what I was talking about. So today I was saying I was bearish. Why? Because on the 30 minutes we are talking about this supply and this supply over here, and you're saying the market is trying to form a demand on this place. Interesting. Switching over to the 15 minutes. So on the 5 minutes, I do not take much of the time. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to wait for the textbook sell. What is the textbook sell? The textbook sell is the Asian buy sell liquidity is taken out and then melt to the downside. That is what I'm willing to wait for. As you can see on the 15 minutes, is not really coinciding with it, but when you switch over to the 30 minutes, we're seeing on the 30 minutes we are having a tap into this supply over this area before the market. Yeah, we see that we have a tap on the area. So on the 1 hour, we are seeing really nothing since the supply is not there. Not seeing much. On the 4 hour, we don't have really anything that is happening on the 4 hour. See, that's really my concern. We may do something like this. So today on Monday tends to be like this. The price really, the direction is really not that. So keeping in mind this week is CPI week, so the market being choppy like this is really not good. So I'm saying you may come and take this liquidity and markets come to this point and then reverses to the upside. That is also another possibility. You see? So today I will just wait. I'll be patient with the market to see what it will deliver. I'm not looking for the textbook sell, and also I'm not looking for the Asian sell liquidity to be taken out, since if the market is coming to this, selling from this area, you should be able to grab some of that market. So with that, have a beautiful day. Remembering, do not break your own rules. For goodness sake, it is your own rules. Thank you. And konnichiwa. Annyeong. See you tomorrow. Oh no, see you today on the journal. Yeah, on the journal. Yeah, on the journal. Yes, Kaeibo journal. See you today on that. Yeah, see you today on Kaeibo journals. Thank you and have a beautiful day ahead.